Hi, and welcome back to my fourth episode. Let's talk production. This one is quite interesting. Trust me, it is interesting. Here I'm going to talk about the engineer versus the artist versus the producer. And I've picked that, and I've also seen even around college that most of the guys are like me. He is the engineer, he can be the artist, and then he can be the producer at the same time. But the biggest thing is, and the biggest challenge is, people tend to fail to differentiate the following. Because when you are an artist, someone is supposed to record you. The engineer is supposed to record you, and then someone's supposed to produce you. But in my case, yes, I'll get a co-producer and then we work together. But now the challenge of recording, it's done. But once it's done, I'm faced with more or bigger challenges. And that challenge is I have to mix the very same song, which is mine. Bearing in mind that, when you produce a song, there's one melody line that you love the most, And over the years, I've learned one thing, that yes, as the engineer, there's a head for the engineer, the head for the artist, and the head for the producer or the mixing engineer. And every time you get to another level, each level that you're moving in, you need to actually take off the first head completely and wear a different head of the mixing engineer. And then when you're done with mixing, you need to take it off and wear another head. If I'm mastering my music, I need to take off the head of a mixing engineer and then wear the mastering engineer's head. I'll tell you why. When you're making music, there are some sounds that you love, and if you don't know how to differentiate your roles, and if you don't know how to detach yourself from all these roles, guess what's going to happen? The music that you're mixing will only have your favorite sound, very audible, very loud. And maybe those sounds are not the sounds that actually are making the music nice, are the sounds which should not actually be in your face. You should cover them, put them underneath. But because it's so difficult for you to understand that, oh, this is my project, but how will other people actually respond to it? So when you're mixing, in my case, whenever I go in studio and do my project, I always have to say, okay, this is not my project. Now I'm mixing this. I have to mix it like someone paid me 10,000 rand to just mix that. Why am I saying that? It's because whatever sounds that I like, I need to put them in a proper way, in a proper position, pen them properly, and do everything the way it's supposed to be done. But if I have to do it and thinking that, oh, people will like this melody, people will like that, then I'm not mixing it properly. So it's very important for everyone, more especially the young guys. I know that we're trying to run away from paying someone to record and paying someone from doing this. We're doing everything. But when you do everything, learn and know your role. Detach yourself from the previous role and get into a new role. Just like someone has paid you. Yes, it's your project, but you need to do it in a manner that it feels like it's not done by you. Someone paid you to do it, and you just have to do that. But if you're doing it thinking of yourself, putting yourself there, trust me, that project will never be mixed properly, because you're chasing the sound, you're chasing this melody, oh, I like this, oh, I like that. I've been in the studio before with people, an artist will tell you, this is what I need you to do. But I'm the engineer. I'm the mixing engineer, and whatever that you say that I should do, it's not really sitting well within the music. But what do? It is their music. So preferably, I will mix without anyone in studio, just having my fun and putting my mind into everything. So it's so important as an upcoming producer, engineer, learn all those things. Do things like you've been paid to do them. Not that you're doing yourself a favor, like you've been paid loads of money to do them. This is very important. If you can, try to visit it over and over so that you can understand it. That's the end of my 4th episode. The 5th episode is coming. Goodbye.